Hi folks, and welcome back to some more Ultimate General American Revolution. I know it's been a few days since an episode's been up. We've gone through some major PC hardware upgrades at the moment, which is why you guys can now watch this in glorious 1440p resolution. In fact, I recommend, even if you've got a lower resolution monitor, go down to the settings cog at the bottom right of YouTube, change it to 1440p. If you've got the bandwidth for it, you will get a better quality image. It's the way YouTube transcodes the videos. So enjoy. Now, back to the game. We're at a bit of an impasse, really, because we've wiped the British off the face of North America, at least on the map that we have access to. It is going to open up down to the south and southwest. I'm going to guess in 1777, and then we'll have a load more stuff to do. It's going to be fun. Meanwhile, my armies are scattered about in case there's a seaborne invasion around Boston, as there has been. A land invasion coming down from Canada, though where they're marching from, I do not know. Or even an inland invasion, as we have seen, which would be pretty much impossible, I think, at this time. So, we'll see where we get to. I'll skip forward through all the dull bits where we're just building and just upgrading infrastructure and stuff. And I'll see you when anything happens. So let's jump in and find out what's going to happen today. Alright, one thing I do want to take care of before we get too much further into this, if we look at Hartford, the loyalty of this place is rock bottom, and that's because we took a load of casualties in the battle for New York, which I think the casualties were, on the whole, worth it, because we annihilated, around about, in the whole campaign, over 20,000 British troops. Nobody got away. That was good work. However, we're not very popular because we lost a lot of brave Hartfordites in that. So I've got this plan to make this better. What we're going to do is we can click on the region. We're going to put in an officer. It's going to cost 1,000 gold a week. Don't think it matters. Do we have someone with terrible stats? We don't really anymore. They're all pretty decent. I don't see anyone with... Oh, that doesn't look so good. Okay. Gideon Calvert. And this is weekly loyalty change plus 1.8% for 14 days. It's slow, but I figure we need it. We also need 1 rum per week. Now, we're not producing rum. So the way we fix that is we go to the supply. Is it the supply? On the market? It is. Okay, we've got 5 in store, so we've got enough for 5 weeks. And there's 2 on the market. We are going to auto-purchase resource until we've got, let's say 5 in stock. Let's say 6 in stock. Okay. And I think it should auto-purchase rum for me and always keep 6 in stock. And the reason I put 6 and not just 1 is because I want to make sure we've got a bit extra in case of trades or in case the market dries up. So it's expensive. I think that's how we're going to do it, because this is the auto sell, which we've used for resources and stuff where we've got a lot of stuff. In fact, we could probably do quite a bit of this. If we need to raise money, we've got options in there. So that's cool. So I think, did I just put that order in? Let me just make sure. It looks like it's on auto purchase. Excellent. And the furs are on auto sell. Excellent. That's just what we want. Just what we want. We have a few textiles in store as well. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay. We'll see if that improves the morale of the region. And then we'll see what happens in the game next. Alright, we actually have an option here under the Commander-in-Chief tree. We've unlocked something else. What should we go for next? Militia training. We went down Dragoons, didn't we? We've got the Dragoon musket, which we've made a lot of. There's infantry training. There's US Guards. What do these give us? This gives us the fort, which we got. Grenadiers or Guards. It's hard to choose. But this gives us a fortress, and that gives us a military base. Oh, that gives us unit provision, minus desertion, and minus weather attrition. That sounds quite worthwhile going for. In fact, all of these feel relatively quick to go down. I'm thinking... If that upgrades the militia, that would be brilliant. But if it does it retrospectively, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't feel like we need to do that because cavalry is awesome anyway. Let us go for... I'm going to go for this one because this looks good. Unless... Oh, wait. This gives us a new general. Ah, okay. I remember what we're doing. That's the foreign officers one. Unit XP and ammunition. Another new general. No, let's go down this for the negative desertion factor. Grenadiers. Let's pick it. Civilian espionage, nearly done. I've got nothing else to do with it. I'm going to save the reputation. I don't feel like we need to worry about that. Okay. New general, though. Benedict Arnold. I'm reluctant to take him on because he has quite the reputation. Baron von Steuben. Henry Knox. He was an artillerist, I think. Well, I say an artillerist. I think that was the guy who went to Fort Ticonderoga to retrieve the cannon to bring them back in order to basically win the siege of Boston. Horatio Gates, we've heard of. Charles Lee. And this guy's obviously French. Oh, he might have great stats. Is he experienced? Yeah, he's average. I'm going to go for Henry Knox because he sounds like a legend. We're also going to increase the amount of artillery in the army. I'm going to try and get 1 artillery in every company of regulars. Skirmishers, I'm not that pleased with their performance so far. But I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts on skirmishers are. They have their uses, but I don't feel like I need a lot of them at this stage of the game. Okay, so it is the now 28th of April. We've just been given this mission to research militia training. Harness the power of innovation to develop revolutionary technology that can transform the battlefield and offer a path to independence for a young nation. 113 days, 2.5 grand reward for it. We weren't going down that route. We were going down the Grenadiers. I've got 113 days. I think it said there 64 or 54 days left. And then we wanted to do the militia... Where's the militia training? Oh, it's only 48. We can do both. If I come out of there, we can do both within that time limit. So I'll try and remember we've got the mission for that. If it's only 2,500 gold, I'm not too worried about that particularly. Well, that's all right. What we're going to work on, folks, is actually getting a navy together now. I have a few ships. Let's get them all gathered up into one. Can I select that? What is it? The USS Polecat. I don't know anything about the Polecat. Never heard of it. Let's do a nice variety of upgrades to these things. Let's go hand-to-hand combat for this one. Sounds like a Polecat, right? Let's join them into the big fleet. Can we get them? Can we get you out of there? Are you... Right, leave port. And get them in there. I want like 7 altogether. Negotiations in the shadows. What they're selling us. For 3,000, they're selling us 33 Ferguson rifles. I'm going to buy them because we might use them in the future. I think they're better than the Hunter rifles. I don't know if we can actually create them. A mistake, perhaps, but we shall see. Right, okay, we've got some militia groups up here. I don't know whether I should take the cannons out of those. When it comes to production, we need to upgrade all sorts of stuff, like everywhere. I'm trying to upgrade some of the frontier forts and some of the important places to hold. There's a shortage of materials always, so we can actually do something about that by putting carpenter shops in. They're relatively cheap things to upgrade. So let's put a few of those in. Have you actually got I can't see. You're producing horses there. Reading. I have a general shortage of horses. I think I'm going to upgrade the stable. Eastern, which isn't doing anything particular. Carpenter shop. Can we see it? Have I got it? I've got it already. Okay, my bad. We're going for the cheap upgrade so that we can get lots of them in there. And this is the plan. Fort Augusta is upgrading to a level 2 fort because it's on a boundary. Somewhere like Newtown is... Oh, that's repairing itself. Stamford. Stamford doesn't have a whole lot going on. Let's have a carpenter's shop. Albany does have a carpenter's shop. Albany's kind of a nice place. Bennington. I feel like Bennington might have been neglected to quite some extent. Oh, they've got one. They've got one. Fort Ticonderoga. Are these places worth upgrading? Not that we can. We can do Fort Frederick. It's a lot of resources to upgrade a fort. So we only kind of want to do it where we absolutely have to. Let me see. We've got lots of other stuff going on. There's always a shortage of food in these places. But you see, I've got this army poised to defend the north, just in case the enemy do decide to attack. Food is definitely an issue around here. Kind of hard to get enough up. I can try producing more. We've got food here. We've got a granary here. They've got the animal upgrade here. So let me put some agricultural infrastructure in there. It is kind of a risk doing that in such an area. It's a risk that the British will come and take it. Leicester. What are you building in Leicester? A fort. Okay. Right, that's it. Well, we shall fast forward again, see where we end up in a few moments. Oh, here we go. Sea invasion warning. One of our ships has detected a fleet. The captain has been monitoring the fleet from a distance for the past few days. Based on the fleet's course and the presence of troop ships, our captain believes that this is an invasion fleet expected to arrive within 2 weeks. Do we get any heads up of where it's going? I'll have to keep an eye out for that, folks. We'll have to gather our forces. Where's the cavalry? Right, cavalry's in Hartford. Big force down at New York. We've got some men at Boston. Quite a good-sized force in Leicester. Something at Falmouth. The forts. We're holding the forts up here, which is probably important. Okay. We shall keep an eye out for that. Alright, it looks like we've just discovered our ability to make Brown Bess muskets. I'm going to have a look at those. Check the stats and see if they're worth making over the Virginia 76. I think they might be. But the reason I got those was we can make the short Brown Bess 69, which I'm pretty certain is going to be considerably better than the terrible dragoon musket thing that we're making. We're not making the proper dragoon musket. We're making some terrible short infantry musket or something. So I don't think I want to make Spanish and French musket. I'm not sure why we would want to make these. Because from what I can tell, they are inferior to the Brown Bess. Or similar to, but maybe slightly inferior. So I don't know why we would ever want to make them if we can just put the resources into Brown Bess instead. An odd one. Yes, definitely an odd one. So what else can we get? We could get these. Make fur factories. Actually, that would help our ailing economy. That would be a good one, I think. This would be quite good as well. For unit ammunition and provision, I think that would be useful. I can't see anything else apart from guns production. Actually, that is quite nice. The Dragoon Carbine. Just give me the stats of that or not. I'll see if I can find it in the weapons. So don't care about either of those. That's quite nice. We can forget about those. I would like the Pennsylvania rifle because I think that's going to be considerably better than the Hunter rifle that we've got. Wait, can we? Oh, wait, we can, right. So Hunter rifle, efficiency of 14, reloading 27, melee 8.3. Whereas this one has got, it's faster reloading, it's more efficient. It's lower melee, but that's fine for skirmishers. Distance up to 600 yards. Damage of 2. It looks very, very similar. There's not a lot of difference between those. Okay, we're going for money. Money is always good. Anything else in here? Right, let's take a look at the proper stats now of some weapons. So if I go into the market, look at the muskets, we should have... I want to get the proper stats on these things. So we've got Brown Bess 78, Brown Bess 76. That's something that we can't get a hold of. I don't know why it's got storage minus 82. That suggests we've got someone using them and we're 82 short. It's a bit strange, that. We have some Dragoon Carbines there. That's what we're looking at. Right, so it's a value of 10 for firearms, 67 for reload, 12.5 for melee. But we're currently using these. Oh, God, these are awful. These are awful. Right. Yes, we're not using those. We're making Dragoon Carbines now. We're switching over. That is in every way worse, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we'll switch that. And the other thing is the Brown Bess. So 10, 50, and 11, which does beat the Charleville. It does beat the Spanish, so there's no point researching those. I don't know why we would want to. It seems like an oversight in the game. Unless I'm missing something, do point it out in the chat. We can make the short Brown Bess as well. I think our Dragoons can use those. I'm going to see if that's possible. 10, 60, 10.5 versus The Dragoon Carbine is better. We need to get that then. Okay, that is better than the Short Brown Bess. The Short Brown Bess... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. 1060, 10.5. That's what we've just got, isn't it? Versus this. Slower to reload, but better in melee. Better. Yeah, okay. So we do need to make those. And we need to get the Dragoon Carbines as well. Anyway, the Virginia 76 is 1050, 10.7. And the Brown Bess 69 is 1050, 11. 17.6. I guess we switch production. This is a big shift in production, actually. So we actually want... Let's cross that off. We don't want any more of that garbage there. We have a lot of these things. We're going to switch this over. Actually, let's just switch that down to 1. The reason I'm having 1 is that we always have a production of it coming in. Therefore, if there's a unit I forget to switch over, this is always being topped up somewhere. And we can put that down the priority. We're going to go for the Brown Bess 69. We may as well. All the ones we've been capturing. Let's take it to the top of the list. It doesn't need to be as... This can go down the list now, by the way. Can I just drag it? No. Yeah, it can go right down to the bottom of the list. And we don't need all those. We don't need to make 43 a day. So my other guns are still pretty decent. Let's take that off. Do we need 6 making howitzers? Possibly. The hunter rifles, we've got a good stock of those. I think I can probably pull that back a bit. Right, which gives me... That's put it into something else, hasn't it? Nothing's making wagons. We don't need wagons. That's okay. Ammunition is okay. I'm going to pull 2 of those out. Because we're going to go for the Short Brown Bess. If I can find it. Apply. How many can we have? We only want 3. Yeah, there should be a way of just dragging that up the list, I think. These are what we're focusing on at the moment. So we're going to have Brown Besses making 32 a day. We're going to equip the entire army with those. I don't know if we'll get the option of anything better, but that'll do for now. This is going to equip the Dragoons, making 9 a day. We probably don't need that many. But we'll get it stocked and then we'll sort out. Okay, we're good. Still no sign of this invasion fleet. I've got my fleet of 7 ships ready to come and do battle with it when it turns up, but I guess we just have to keep an eye out. Oh, that didn't take long. A fisherman's report has arrived containing information about Britain's troop ships sailing towards the shores of Freehold. We must remain vigilant for any attempts by the enemy to land and march inland. We've got 213 days to research modern military theories and harness the power of innovation. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Right, where the hell is... They're down here. I thought they're going here. Right, so probably this region. Let's get this fleet out here. Do we have orders? Let's get them... Can we click that? Select all ships in port. And leave port. Right, guys. You are going to... Do we have orders? Search for enemy ships. I'm going to send them here. So I don't know if we'll get there in time. Also, let's raise the army. Let's bring... I should probably leave something in New York, just in case. It's secure. No, we shouldn't. We should raise the entire army. Select all units. Leave. And bring down the cavalry. The guys in... We need to leave a garrison in Hartford. That's the problem with Hartford. Okay, Madison's men. I've got some dudes in Hempstead. We could split these up. I have a feeling whatever we've got here. French officers landed near Georgetown, South Carolina to assist the Continental Congress in training its military forces. Thank you. If only I could visit bloody South Carolina to train my own military forces, we'd be a happy chappy, wouldn't we? Let's make sure we're facing it like that. We're going to go in. We're expecting the enemy fleet to come down here. 1,700 men. This should be suicidal for them. We've also got an army marching south because I realised there's nothing coming to threaten Canada whatsoever. There's a fleet of eight ships there. Right, let's line up. We're gonna waiting for them just behind Freehold. They're gonna be in for a surprise. We do have a naval battle going on, 7v6. I'm just going to let the AI do that. I don't really care for naval battles. We didn't get this stop, though, but this is fine. In we go. We're actually going to see a fight here today, folks. Yeah, I feel bad for this. This looks like 3 lots of militia, doesn't it? Here come the British. Marching into my range. I've got my line set up quite nicely here. Play on 2 times speed. I know I've got howitzers at the front and I didn't need to because we've got guys at the back. I want to see how the howitzers work, actually. Do you know what they look like? They've got the same... Yes, I thought that was going to happen. I thought that was going to very quickly happen. Right, what we need to do is order... the dragoons to charge. We kind of want to make sure everything just nicely surrenders. What's on the other side? I've got more dragoons down here, by the way. Okay, let's go. Well, having cavalry seems to make these battles a little bit trivial when the enemy just decides to retreat. Although we outnumbered them massively anyway. But we took no casualties and captured half their force. Okay, it's a little bit silly. Personal loyalties to America. Our officers have strong family ties and personal loyalties to Britain, which leads them to switch sides out of a sense of duty or allegiance to their homeland. That sounds like a stupid suicidal thing to do, I think. Right, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure Stark's brigade can charge Phillips. These other guys can charge in here. We should be able to just mince these. How's the naval battle going? Kind of hard to tell. But we are going to start building... Whoa! Okay, there's a big boy sailing around there. Sharp. Oh, Stark's on there. It's fine. Well, someone needs to get him. I don't know if there's anything we can do to... Oh, wait, Madison should be able to. He's cavalry. Brilliant. We shall capture this stuff down here. So Madison should be able to deal with that. Stark's men can return to New York. I seem to be fleeing from them, which is odd. But yes, we should be able to catch him, which is the most important thing there. That looks like it's gone well. I'm going to put some guys in Morristown and some more guys in New York. Having the cavalry was fantastic there. How's this stuff doing? Do we get to see? We've decided to terminate our line. No, we haven't. That's Britain and the Creeks? All the time with those stupid messages for not intended for us. Right, what's going on up here? Naval battle started. That's destroyed some enemy, and that's just some building stuff. Okay, nothing interesting. We got the general over there. Perfect. Send the cavalry to New York. Amnesty for deserters. Continental Army Major General Israel Putnam extended an offer of amnesty to deserters willing to return to duty. We support it. We lose 10 reputation points, but gain 25% recruits in New Haven, Hartford, and Boston for 30 days. I think we're probably okay for recruits. I'm going to keep the reputation. Screw them. Once a deserter. I mean, we should give them chance to make amends, really. But in all honesty, I don't think we're that short of recruits, are we? We've got some. Enlisted 243. Assembled to regiment 223. I don't know what that means. Patriotic pamphlet. We're approached by one of the printers in Mass... Oh, this is one of these things. It's like, you will pay us money for this pamphlet, or the entire region will hate you. Yeah, if we don't pay it, then that's a big drop. So we have no option. It's like blackmail. Creek's diplomatic efforts. Is this with us? I think this is with us, though. Excellent. Yep, we'll take that. Okay, so who are the natives in this region? We've got... That's the name of the town. Who is this? This is the... Right, purple flag dudes. I think we can do it with the purple flag dudes. Foreign relations. If I do this for... Is it the Iroquois Federation? Has to be, doesn't it? Okay, let's do that. We want to trade agreement over 20 weeks. That could be quite good. A cultural risk. No, that's expensive. Offer to help the Iroquois. We give them what? That's a lot of Virginia 76s. And this is... It doesn't really say what this is. Let's go for a trade agreement with them. I want to... It's kind of bugging me that we just can't extend the map any further. What happened with the Navy, by the way? Does it not say? Does it not give us a clue? Is our Navy in port down here? I see 7 ships. Okay. They look like they might want to go and repair. So let's take them over to New York. We don't want to lose any, that's the thing. The big ones are looking okay, but... Good, we'll count that as a naval victory then. The Meigs Raid, also known as the Battle of Sag Harbor, was a military operation conducted by the American Continental Army, commanded by Connecticut Colonel Return Jonathan Meigs. This operation targeted a British loyalist foraging party in Sag Harbor. So we gained some ammunition... Some Brown Best 69 and provisions. Oh, provisions are good. We will take that. Oh, we've got something researched. Material procurement. So we need to do... It's in the Quartermaster one. Modern military theories, which I'm going to guess is under there. Let's see what we can get over here then. We're actually... I was going to say we're getting quite a way through this, but we're not, are we? Escorted supply transportations. 5% production cost. For what? Incorporating an escort for our supply wagons will mitigate risks and minimize disruptions within the supply network. Just reduces production costs, which isn't a bad thing. I think... So I don't think it's talking about wagons. I think it's just a general production of everything. Intelligence cost, weather attrition for planning marches. Move speed, field of operations. I like that. I like the look of that one quite a bit, actually. But then colonial warehouse. Unit provision, 2% production. Warehouses to store more flipping food over winter. I think that's probably going to be a good thing. These are all good. Resource consumption. Everything's good, which is the problem. When everything is good, it's very hard to pick something. And some of the other trees, everything is boring. But this is everything is good. I'm going to go... Unit provision. I'm going to go unit provision, and then I think we're going to go down for that for movement speed. I feel like I'm still struggling from the issues that we had over the first couple of winters in particular. Well, the first one, of running out of bloody food. Oh, we've lost a ship. That's okay. It's one of these little ones. We're going to produce some big ones. The big boys are absolutely fine. And we've been sinking all sorts of enemy ships. Oh, the big fleet's turned up. Yeah, we'll let the fleet go. We're basically running around sinking single ships here, which is kind of funny. But we lost another. We lost another. Don't worry, we're going to get on the production of that real soon. We're going to send a message to France requesting ammunition. Oh, this sucks. We have so much ammunition in stock. In fact, I might turn on training and spend some of it because it's ridiculous. So if we request it, we actually raise the tension with the French. And for 18 ammunition, this is ridiculous. But if we don't, we lose 5 reputation. That just sucks both ways. That absolutely sucks. I don't like that. Anything to change in here? Nope. I want to go to these. I want to go see what these are. It won't let me. What's that do? To propose financial... Oh, okay. Well, we're okay for money, so I'm not going to touch that. If I convene the guys in charge of funding, I think we're probably going to upset a load of people. Not a lot of provisions here. We need provisions from somewhere. Guessing these fleets are on repairing at the moment, are they? I could put them into New Haven. I think New Haven might have more shipyard capacity. Let's put them in there. Are you on repairing? Oh, wait, this one's got an upgrade. Let's take that right now. Gunnery. Can we? Yes, we can. Right, take them out. And put them into New Haven. Right, well, we're not short of troops. We're just short of something to do with them. And I think we have a new general somewhere that I've not brought in. We don't care about international relations. Right, this is Henry Knox, is it not? Yeah, General Knox. There he is. Let's give him a promotion. He is his own speed, command radius, we'll go command radius. That's always a good one. I have nothing for him to do. There's nothing for us to attack. A difficult decision has cropped up. It's essential to determine where the British will advance. They may attempt to either attack and suppress the revolution in Massachusetts or move on to Philadelphia. Well, okay, I don't have enough civilian muskets to arm something there. What would that give us? That would give us 1,200 militia. 1,200 soldiers arrived in Boston. Can't do that. The British will advance on Philadelphia, where the Congress is located. So this is a load of... This costs us a load of stuff. Let's do nothing. They will stay in New York. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The British don't look to be doing anything. What an odd selection of choices. Really. Alright, let's make sure... I'm going to go for a recruiting house in Boston. We upgrade that to the barracks. What's Salem doing? This place... We're maxed out. We're producing as much food as we can around here. So Salem. Do we have a warehouse here? No, we do not. Okay, a warehouse would be a good move, I think. Store all the stuff that we can over winter. Do you have options for a warehouse? Do you have a weaver's house? I need resources. We're going to get warehouses. We're going to build everything up for winter. The Hudson Burr trial. Who is this? Hudson Burr was a hatter in Philadelphia. Was he a mad hatter? And a court-martial found him guilty of some minor yet questionable activities. Nonetheless, he proved himself to be a capable officer. I considered the evidence and the crime it's insignificant and released Burr, so Pennsylvania will hate me, but we gain an officer. I don't think so. Let's go for loyalty in Pennsylvania. Seems to be the better choice. We're not short of officers at the moment. In fact, we've got officers sat around bored because there's nowhere to attack. Strengthening the New York garrison. The British command reinforced troops in New York and deployed additional units. This build-up of forces signifies the commencement of active operations. Right, what we've got, because they obviously haven't, because, you know, we hold New York. But what we do have is some sort of fleet coming, and we don't know where. So let's get our boys out of port. Let's have a look. Some of these are a bit weakened, unfortunately. Devil Dogs, superior skills in naval battle, gunnery, boarding, and willpower. Accuracy, reload speed, and sail. I'll make these guys sea wolves. I like the sound of that. Right. Select the whole lot. Leave. we have... Can we order them to attack those? There's going to be a fight in this region, look. Go right into them. Smack. That's 920 men. Can we see what the... Yep, they've just come... It's an invasion fleet. I think that was heading for New York. Well, we should have them. That is this fleet, I think. Okay, we should be okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea to take Henry Knox. And let's go stick him in Providence. Just so that we've got vision over here. I think we'll do that. Yep, a bit of vision is always... Wait a minute. Go get him, boys. Go get him. This looks a little bit silly to me. Can we order them to attack? Can't seem to order them to attack. I think we're fighting the wind there. We need to make sure... Yeah, they're going to invade, aren't they? A donation! The Iroquois giving us 2 furs. I don't think we should... Why would you never accept them? So what's this bullshit? We've received information the British were planning to divide the colonies in 2 parts, launching attacks from both the north and south. It'd be prudent to prepare our defences. Maybe I need civilian muskets for some of these options. I have a strong hunch that the British will attack Philadelphia. We must prepare an army to protect the city. I'm going to do that and see what it does. Just says it just costs us a load of money, so... Are these really going to land at New York? Because this looks like an insane suicide. I don't think I'm even going to fight that battle. Why? I don't need to request furs. I'm beginning to think the deploy... Wait a minute. Hang on. Get this brigade out. Charge! Actually, we will take... Yeah, okay, that battle's good. We'll take Marcus Mark out as well.
Charge forward.
You surrender. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be worth actually fighting. Thanks to allocated funds, local patriots have successfully formed several police regiments. This initiative will reinforce the town's defensive against British attacks. We've got a load of troops in Philadelphia. Okay, so that's what that money did. Interesting. Protect Cambridge. Ah! Ah ha ha! Do you know what I've just seen? Look at that mini-map. Protect Cambridge. As a coastal town becomes a target for British naval forces, your mission is to fortify its defences against an impending sea attack. Secure coastal artillery, deploy naval militias, and devise strategic countermeasures to repel the British fleet, ensuring the resilience of Cambridge against the looming maritime threat. Pause. Big pause. Right, we need to take a look at things here. There's a load of the interior opened up, so this explains how the British were actually invading from the interior country of the Nipissings. We need to have a proper look at all this. This is cool. Actually, are these British? They're red. Fort Niagara. Nice. Oh, look at the Great Lakes. What's at the other end of the Great Lakes? Fort St. Clair. We will have an expedition to go and capture all this. All these inland forts. I like the look of this, folks. We've finally got it. It goes down to... No way. This is Virginia. So the map still hasn't opened up further? It still hasn't opened up further. This is Cambridge right here, so this is the one we have to protect. We've got militia forming all over the place. I've got more units than I can manage in the army, which is not a good thing. We've got tobacco. All right, we've got nothing here. We've got the British are going to be taking these places, which is fine. We should probably try and pull our guys back to some forts. Do we hold any forts? We're going to have a proper look at this. There's no forts. That's not good. I mean, there are forts, just not in our hands. I would say we get the militia out, because Baltimore would be a good one to hold on to. There's Philadelphia. So we've got troops in Philadelphia. And it's just above us, or just below where we are. All right, okay. So what we need to do... Do I really care about that? I probably should. The armies are going to their armies are going to march south. I'll need to leave some men up here to protect against coastal things. We'll need to form an army to march inland. Take the forts. We have stuff to do at last. At last. Right, let's take a look at the £6 naval gun. Is that all it was? That's not exciting. It's just not exciting. But we do need to get on the £9 naval guns. So let's get those on the build there. And I think I'm going to spend the experience to research the grenadiers. Okay. So next episode, we're going to look at actually putting some production in on naval warships, because the Navy has actually been kind of useful. Let's bring those guys back here so they can get repairing. And some more ships would be good. I think the naval warfare, just, you know, you make a death fleet and sail it around destroying everything, seems to work. We need to start advancing south. We need to come and pull some of these in. At least we've got 3,000 men there. They're militia, though. They're not regulars, which is a shame. We'll check the armaments of them. We'll sort this out. We'll take a proper look. At last, I am so happy that this has opened up. It's time to get on the move, folks. It's time to kick the British out of America. Well, I was going to say once and for all, but no, we still haven't got South Carolina and Georgia on the map. So, not even really North Carolina. Just at... Oh, is Roanoke? Oh, that's still in Virginia, isn't it? North Carolina's just over the border here. All right. Fun times ahead. I'll see you on the next episode.